Buongiorno everyone, we're here to provide you with some entertainment tips as we may or may not be in quarantine by the time this comes out.
Most likely will be.
But a lot of you will be working from home anyway, if you're lucky enough to do so. We are not so far.
Yeah.
I'll be the last one to go.
I'm going to pull the sickie.
But if you are working from home, if you are in self-isolation, take care, first and foremost. And if you are just bored at home, this could apply without quarantine. This could be applied if you're having a boring, lazy Sunday.
But to provide some quarantine entertainment...
Yeah! Top 5 movies to watch. Again, we should have done our research. But again, everything is off the dome here. No scripts, one take, TMC, TV. Oh.
You know, it is...
I really hate picking things like this, actually.
Yeah, I can't narrow down top 5. Like, I'm like a proper fucking movie buff. Like I've got about 100 favourite films. Like how I can narrow them down to 5, it's ridiculous. Like I kind of do it. Like, I can give you any amount of good films. Like most of them I'll probably fucking forget about if I had to sit and like write it down. If I had a bit of paper listed top 50, that's just so many that I'd totally forget about.
You could go on IMDb to watch the best rated ones. They have like the best rated ones in terms of Oscars and all that shit.
Top 250 rated ones.
Aye, so we'll obviously it doesn't mean we're kind of chucking the best ones, but maybe just try and think of ones that first come to your head or the ones that I've watched the most. So I'm going to start it off on Light Spirits. The best movie ever made is Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Number two.
That was on the other day.
Number 1 is amazing. But number 2, Jim Carrey in his prime, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. You'll be laughing from the minute first. So many quotes.
It really is. We've been quoting this since the day we met.
That'll cheer you up when you're in quarantine or when you're bored, to be fair. You're having a shit day, you stick something out on. Lighthearted, silly fun. Jim Carrey acting and his finest, 90s, everything about it.
Yeah.
Class, love it.
Like in terms of them kind of movies, like they are like easy to watch. Like the highest rated movies are like, they're a bit in depth. They're like they're long.
Godfather.
They're quite intense. Like they're not easy watches. You need to sit.
Concentrate for 3 hours.
You need to sit and concentrate. But like in terms of like cheap laughs, like an easily good time, like you don't really need to pay too much attention to, but still have a fucking wicked time. Whether you watch it the first time or like the 900th time, like we do, laugh. You can literally watch any 90s, 2000s Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler movie, any of the American Pies.
Happy Gilmore would came into that, like.
Any of the American Pies.
Oh, American Pie.
Another massively quoted movie between us off camera. Any Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, like they were the fucking tits when we were younger.
Made my childhood them days. Made us into the man I am today. You can pick a serious one now.
What the Oscars would look at. Like I feel like one of the worst movies I think of all time is Billy Madison. But
I disagree.
But it's just so fucking good.
Yeah,
like the story's just absolutely retarded. Like
what are you doing, Mr. Penguin?
That's what I'm saying. Like the character he plays and some of the stuff that he does. Like the scene where he's like having an argument over like shampoo and conditioner, who's better? Like I soften there, make it shiny or whatever. I was like, what are you doing? It's the fucking most stupid movie ever.
It's cool to piss your pants.
It's just so good, man. Like you just can't not laugh at it. It's that fucking retarded. It's genius.
It's
fucking
mint, man.
It's amazing. Like most of Adam Sandler movies are like that. Like they are just absolutely just fucking daft.
I think that's what I love stuff like that, though, as you can probably tell if you watch our videos. But like Napoleon Dynamite, worst script ever, but it's fucking class. It's just so funny. the quotes in it, the like standard acting. It's just like
Another one we can throw in there, Eddie Murphy. Like your professor and shit like that.
Oh, I know. The best thing about your professor is the meals, man. When they're sitting around the table, and he's like just farting. It's like us, just farting and burping. And he's like, "Oh, we bring the bass now." When he's fucking underneath the ice cream fucking machine, just eating ice cream, and he's throwing a fork at him and shit. It's classic. The piano scene where he fucking Buddy Love goes and slams Dave Chappelle's head down on the piano.
Oh yeah. Thank you and good night. Oh, amazing. But I like me like being a bit of a movie buff. Like obviously, like I do appreciate like the better written movies. Like obviously, I appreciate them as well. But obviously, like the well-made ones, the proper well-acted ones, the ones that you're gonna win Oscars for. Like I'm well into that. So
anything with Leonardo DiCaprio in.
He's actually my favourite actor.
He is my favourite actor.
I love between him and Tom Hanks.
Now, one of my favourite films is, so I'm chucking it in there. I'll pick a couple. You can pick a couple.
Go for it.
Catch Me If You Can.
Great movie.
I fucking love Catch Me If You Can.
True story
as well.
Yeah.
And he just meant that was like
amazing.
At the point in that Leonardo's career there, where it was like the mid stage and you had the Titanic and all that. That was like, wow. He was just like to play the different that bloke, how he did all those things from the pilot to this.
Like you would watch that movie and think, who the fuck's wrote this? Well, it's actually a fucking true story. Some mad cunt actually lived that life. That's what I like about true story movies. Like you just think like, obviously it's been made into a
anything's
movie.
Possible.
Like, it's like how's someone lived this life? Even if it's like a probably like shit show, like someone's like been like probably in the gutter, like an emotional story, like even like a Schindler's List. Like you think like fucking hell, like but it's like it's actually true. Like how the fuck are these things like?
I can't remember what the real bloke's called, but he literally pretended to be a pilot.
I don't remember his name. Someone junior.
All them the fake checks and that he was writing, but I love that story from minute to last.
Yeah. But that's a combination of my two favourite actors, DiCaprio and Hanks.
I love. You know what else? DiCaprio, Shutter Island.
Shutter Island's
love
amazing.
Shutter Island.
But it's Scorsese,
head twister, you don't know what's going on.
Like Scorsese and
Spence,
DiCaprio are just such a combination. Like Wolf of Wall Street. Shit like that.
True story.
Yeah. Like Robert De Niro was the guy in the earlier days when like Scorsese like first came about. Like DiCaprio, De Niro, he was in all of Scorsese's movies, and when he got a little bit too old, he replaced him with DiCaprio, and like it's just so many good movies between them. Like there's The Aviator, which I'm not a real huge fan of, but The Departed.
Departed's mint.
The Departed's sensational. The cast. That's not a true story, I don't think, but it's a fucking hell of a story. If you haven't seen The Departed, get your shit on that. Wolf of Wall Street, and they've got new one, The Irishman. You seen you seen all that yet?
Nah, I still haven't. I watched about an hour of it. I was falling asleep. I don't think it was the film's fault. I think it was I was actually tired. I need to wake up one morning and watch that like fresh.
I think I've seen it in 2 parts and still haven't finished it yet. Like,
it's
way too long.
It is like 3 hours 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Aye. I haven't got spare time for that, but I will have soon. Isolation. Alright, I've picked Ace Ventura, Catch Me If You Can. I'll let you pick a couple now, and then we'll pick one together at the end. The top 5.
I'll go straight at the top of the IMDb list, and 9.4 rating, I believe. Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank. Go at Ace Ventura, man. Chicago.
You seen Shawshank?
I have.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it for a while, like in my life until a couple of years ago. And then nowadays I watched it on like ITV as well, so there was adverts and that.
ITV, that's a long movie, yeah. That's quite a long movie, especially if it's on ITV with adverts.
And it was late now. It started. It was one of them ones where it started like 10 to 11, so it didn't finish until like
half 2.
Literally like 2:15 in the morning or something. That I was blown away. It's absolutely amazing. I was like, why haven't I seen this yet? And I've watched it about 5 times since. It is amazing. Like
I think like it's that popular that if you haven't seen it, I feel like people probably already know how it goes. But it's got like a major fucking thingy at the end. So if you haven't seen it and you don't know what happens, don't spoil it for yourself. Go and watch it. Greatest movie of all time.
Is that the highest rated?
Highest rated, yeah. But like I don't know if I knew what happened when I first seen it. I think I did. I think I might have already like knew what was going to happen.
I thought I did.
Amazing movie. Originally a Stephen King book.
The book's might be mint. I might read that now when I'm in isolation.
Great movie.
Get it off Amazon.
It's in like. I actually think I've got it. Jolly Rick.
I'm going to take a bit reading in my isolation. I don't want to be on my phone and watching the TV.
Jolly Rick took it to Ibiza and ruined it. Just took the fucking cover off the prick. I think he dropped it in the pool.
Oh, what a whack. That'll be Jolly Rick for you.
So Stephen King wrote like 4 short novels and put them together in like a big book. So you buy one book and it's got 4 short stories in. One's Shawshank Redemption and the other is Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. I haven't. I think I've seen it in school, but like bits of it.
Amazing film.
I don't think I was the major scenes like across the train tracks and that, but I couldn't piece it together. Like.
Coming of age story from the 80s, like set earlier. I think it's set in like the 1950s or something. River Phoenix, R.I.P. Legend. Unbelievable. So that's up there with one of my favourite movies of all time. Like I often forget how good it is. Sometimes like if it's on TV, if it's on ITV too, like I'll sit and watch it because I've seen it like a million times before. I think I can't really be asked to watch this, but I'll just put it on in the background while I like turn on my phone or something, and then I'm just fucking watching it right until the end. I think it's about 3 o'clock. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I need to get to bed. Like, just sitting, just absolutely blasted. Stand By Me, amazing film. One of my favourite songs of all time. Great young actors. River Phoenix should have been the biggest thing next to Leo DiCaprio. He's an inspiration to people like DiCaprio. You mentioned The Godfather before. I am a big fan of The Godfather. I've got him tattooed on my leg, and I actually think that's second on the IMDb list with a 9.2. Not that I've done my research. But, I get why people don't like it. Like it is very, very long. It can be a bit drawn out, particularly like the later ones. Like the first one's an absolute classic.
I remember the second one better than the first one. Like
the second one's only really good in like the flashbacks with De Niro.
Aye.
Like the rest of it, because it's cut up.
I definitely watched The Godfather again. Like.
It's cut up into bits, like in like kind of like real time, as well as like flashbacks to The Godfather, like Marlon Brando's character.
Brando.
When he was a youngster, like he was like a young up and comer, and how he got to be as popular as he is, played by a very young Robert De Niro, who both won Oscars for it. De Niro in the second one, and Marlon Brando from the first one. But I like them flashbacks, like De Niro absolutely fucking smashed that, like unbelievable. The first one, great story. It's honestly class. Like people should watch it, but have a bit of patience with it, because it is very long. It can be a bit drawn out. Like there's probably a lot of bits in it that could have been cut out. So it probably didn't need to be as long as it is. But
I feel like that's the way with The Irishman at the time before.
Yeah, definitely. Similar thing, like De Niro again. Yeah. Like loads of De Niro films are long as fuck. Like I think
De Niro's amazing.
I think Once Upon a Time in America is about 3 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. Like Casino, like
Casino was amazing.
All of it.
Godfather PlayStation game. Did you have that?
Yes, I fucking did.
That was
Completed
incredible.
That shit.
That was unreal.
No, that's one of the few games I've actually completed.
I love that
for
game.
PS2.
Unreal. I mean, is it? I think you blow up the house at the end, don't you? Pull up in your black car and you blow up the house at the end.
Maybe.
But I love that game. Like that was endless hours spent on that game.
You should definitely watch like the full movie if you haven't already
I'll
seen
be watching it in the next couple of weeks, I'd imagine.
It's class. Like the second one, it's good in bits, which is the third highest rated movie of all time. Potentially disagree with that, to be fair. As much as I am a Godfather fan, I think there's better movies out there than The Godfather Part 2.
Is that number 3, is it?
Yeah.
Godfather and Godfather Part 2?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I think I've seen the first hour of The Godfather 3 times, and I just kind of get through it like it's fucking shit.
Really?
Like it's a race, but I just cannot get to the end of it.
Home Alone 3.
That doesn't even count. That doesn't even count. But Home Alone, what a fucking shout.
There it is.
Another one of Kegan Renty's big favourite films.
Quotations.
Very many quotes about Home Alone 1 and 2.
To be fair,
the originals.
Now, Home Alone, right? I remember I used to watch that during the summer. In the school holidays, I used to watch that in the summer, and everyone would say, it's a Christmas film, it's a winter film, and it is massively Christmas, the trees, the decoration, all that. Nah, you can watch Home Alone any day of the year for me. Like
it's about fucking robbers, robbing a house and a kid protecting it.
It's just snow in the background.
It's just set at Christmas time.
There's a Christmas tree in it.
There's loads of movies like that. Like I like loads of Christmas movies. Like people are like, what you're watching that? Well, it's not Christmas. It's barely about Christmas because they fucking mention of Santa Claus in it one time. Like it makes it a Christmas movie, does it?
I love Home Alone, man.
And you can watch Home Alone any time of the year. It doesn't need to be festive. Fuck that. Home Alone, unbelievable film, massively underrated. We watched the thingy about it a while ago, didn't we?
That was class,
how it was made, and it only had like it got cut. It only got like a 14 million budget, which is very little.
And Nemo picked it up.
They couldn't finish it in that budget, so the film company dropped them. And production shut down. Like they stopped making the movie halfway through, and then they got bust. And then it eventually picked up. That's on Netflix now, to be fair. So if you're watching Netflix, it's called the movies that made us.
Aye.
It's a 4-part series. So they do Home Alone, Ghostbusters, Dirty Dancing, and Die Hard, which is another Christmas film, which I don't understand.
Aye, that's another one. Like that Die Hard's a good example of that's just an action film. Like
it was just set at a Christmas party. It's got absolutely fuck all to do with Christmas. You know what I mean? But like Home Alone, it almost got shut down because they couldn't make it in 14 million. Then ended up to be one of the highest grossing movies. Well, of that time it was.
It was for you.
The highest grossing movie.
All
of
the critics,
time,
even when it got released, they were saying in the papers, the critics were hammering it, weren't they?
Critics weren't buzzing about it like
and then obviously you just rate it in blockbuster sales. And
obviously the second one got commissioned. That made a shitload of money now.
Macaulay Culkin then, man, he was just one of my favourite actors then. As a kid, Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck's
is he My Girl?
No.
It's a bit girly. It's a bit gay. Well, it's unbelievable. Like Macaulay Culkin's in that around that age as well. And Richie Rich.
Richie Rich, man. I used to rinse that on VHS cassette. I used to rinse Richie Rich. I used to fucking love Richie Rich. I must have seen that about 20 times. Mate, Richie Rich, come on. I love Richie Rich, man.
You know.
I used to have dreams of like being him, like having his house. How he's got like, the McDonald's in his house,
in his room,
roller coaster and everything, and then
golden encrusted basketball.
Dad
court.
not found. Dad not found. I fucking love Richie Rich, man.
Imagine being like, not even just being like him, but imagine being his mate. Just be fucking men being mates with Richie Rich. And then come around, you always play basketball, can I? Going on the roller coaster, can I? Alright, neighbour.
I used to have them things like on one cassette where obviously your parents had taped it off a channel.
Yeah.
Used to be like Richie Rich, Mighty Ducks, and then fucking Recess, School's Out.
I've never seen that.
That's class, man. One is the loneliest. It's fucking mint, Recess, man. I used to love Recess.
I love the show. I just
Disney all the time.
I've seen the movie.
Just back-to-back recordings, that Small Soldiers.
We ruined the fucking weekend away watching that.
We missed a pool party to watch Small Soldiers.
When the fucking Zanti reunion in Skegness. We were kind of hungover, to be fair. There was a pool party. We were getting ready to get to the pool party. I sat down. I was just making me hangover food. I was making a pot noodle. Just put my feet up. Turn the telly on in the room. Small Soldiers is on. Just started. Like, the lads are just sitting around watching Small Soldiers. Just too late to get that pool party. We just got ready for the night down.
We looked out the balcony and there was just people went up and down with the towels and the swimming shorts and all got the pool party. We were just sitting there watching Small Soldiers.
Watching Small Soldiers, just eating pot noodles.
Fucking £400 for a weekend away to watch fucking Small Soldiers.
Time well spent.
It's great, man. Totally worth it.
But I feel like as much as like a movie buff as I am, and I like the proper like Oscar movies, like
scripts and performances,
like,
and
things that you watch like when you're a kid. Like you just, it's like probably like a nostalgia feeling. Like you'd watch it back now and think, this is fucking shit.
Yeah.
But I love it. Like, and if you like,
I loved it then, and I still love it now.
Like if you told someone like our age, like you haven't seen that, like Mighty Ducks, for example, like you haven't seen Mighty Ducks, and you watch Mighty Ducks. If you watch it at our age now for the first time, think, what the fuck are you talking about? It's fucking
turn off in 20 minutes and just start watching Power or something.
I feel like other movies like that, like. Would Home Alone still be like that? Like, is it just nostalgia feeling?
If it came out now,
era, like, would we enjoy? Like, if we'd never seen it before.
Well, what about like deviate from movies to TV shows where people see their friends as shit?
Exactly. Yeah, it's just
how
different
people
era.
see their friends as shit. It's amazing.
If anyone doesn't like Friends, it's dim titles. Unfollow. Please do. Less of that. Most of our audience are younger, so probably don't like.
I probably don't like Friends.
I don't really like newer things like The Big Bang Theory and like.
It's awful.
Like,
Big Bang Theory, man.
Name me any good sitcoms of the last 10 years.
You like that Always Sunny in Philadelphia or some shit like that, haven't you?
I like that, yeah. That's a bit more adult though. It's not like Friends is a bit more PG. Like, there's a few like adult themes but shown throughout the day.
Sex.
Well,
like refer to sex and that.
Yeah, like it's on Comedy Central all day.
The one we last watching yours when Thingy's shagging his sister and then Ross is next door shagging Rachel. The moustache guy.
Oh yeah,
and then
Richard.
The fighting over who has the condom.
But like, say that it's
still PG.
It's harmless, really.
Because unless you probably didn't realise you read between the lines in it because you're an adult.
But you could show that at 2:00 in the afternoon, whereas like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it's more adult. Like the Tiger.
I only watched one or two because I think
it's highly offensive. There's a lot of swearing in it.
That's allowed these days.
Tiger like fucking rape and stuff. Like they make like racist jokes, like fucking paedophile jokes and stuff. Like it's a bit more explicit to be shown like during the day, which is also on Netflix. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, about 14 seasons. I think it started in like 2007 or something. So there's plenty of that you can get through.
But that's another video, the TV series one. Lastly, now we need to come together here. Joint decision, Brexit. What else is going to make with top 5?
We could come together on absolutely anything.
We could, to be fair. Like, I mean, it's hard, you know. I mean, the one that I think of, and it's more probably where it's won. I don't know if it has won nominations. Actually, you're more like stuff like that. But for me, Scarface. Did that win anything? Al Pacino and that man, and like
did, yeah.
That the 80s era and that the music, everything about it. They're coming from nothing to going to everything. I love that.
That's good. That story, like a bloke, like an immigrant, got absolutely nothing.
He starts off the start of the film, he's fucking
type,
flipping burgers in the burger van. He just throws his apron down, and takes over the city and fucking has everything he ever dreamed of.
Bit too much.
Yeah, too much of it. Didn't know when to stop. Not a good ending for him if you haven't seen it. But it is an amazing film.
But he went out on a high though. He fucking went for it.
He did. He did everything he wanted to do.
I know. Like that game now. Did he play that on PS2?
Class, and that's how it ends.
I didn't think I could complete it. I think that was one bit. Like I just couldn't fucking.
Because at the end, and everyone raids your house. And it's so hard. You get killed so many times because everyone comes in your house.
I might try and buy that again when we're in the apocalypse.
I get that isolation. PS2, Scarface. The graphics and everything be lifting now, like. But
I know. Like apparently, like the voice like isn't even like Al Pacino because from back then, like his voice was a bit softer. Like years of fucking hammering cigarettes. Like, his voice changed, so they had to get someone else to come in and do the voice.
I tell you what now, what I'll chuck in actually in recent times is the best film I've seen at a cinema in years is Joker.
Joker's unbelievable.
Joker's incredible, and I don't even normally like. It's not really like it was DC or Marvel or something. I don't really normally like stuff like that, but that is just it's all about a different story. Yeah, it's about mental health. It's about people. It's class, man. Like I was blown away by that. I've seen it like 3 or 4 times since.
I've only seen it the one time that we've seen it at the cinema. Like I need to see it again. I think it's out on DVD now. I might actually go and buy it when I go home. Class. Another one I'll throw out there that just swept up at the Oscars is Parasite.
I actually haven't seen that because it's a
Korean movie. Obviously, like I know, like foreign films are quite hard to watch, but Parasite, it's just different. A poor family. It's another like kind of like coming up from nothing kind of vibe. Like they've got absolutely nothing. They live in some absolute fucking shithole underground bunker thing, and like it's like a family, mother, father, son, daughter, and the son's got a very well educated friend, and like he's got to like go to Europe on some job or something, but he's been tutoring some girl who he's in love with. It was like from like a proper rich family, and he says to his mate like, "You're intelligent, just fucking take me roads, piece of piss, just teach her whatever you want." So he's like, "I'll go and date." So he goes has like an interview, probably like sells himself. He's playing like probably like puts like his tie on, and he's like probably like plays like the nice guy, and, like obviously like gets the job to tutor the girl, and slowly starts like he puts like a tip in the younger son in the rich family. He's got like learning difficulties or something, so he says to the parents like, like I know someone who's like good at like teaching kids and that, and like he gets his sister in. So he gets his sister into this job because they pay fucking well. It kind of shows you how dumb rich people are and how they've got fucking no idea about money or the real world or anything like that. So like they just slowly like manipulate that whole family in. So like the sister, when she gets the job, she fucking takes her knickers off and leaves it in the car for the dad to find, and he's like, "Oh, you've been shagging people in my car, so you get fired." And she's like, "Oh, a friend of mine knows a good driver," and gets the dad in. Then they sack the housemaid, like she's been fucking poisoning the kid or something, so they get the mother in. So before they know, the whole family like it takes over this house. Really, they're all working there, making mint money off this fucking dumb rich family. And then shit happens. It starts to unfold. Like I'll not say too much about it, but it won original screenplay at the Oscars, as well as best movie, as well as obviously best foreign movie. And like, it is the most original film I've probably seen in the last 10-15 years. Like,
I have to give it a watch.
It's very, very different to anything you ever think. Like the twists and stuff, like you just think it's very fucking clever. It's honestly amazing. Like, it's one of the best movies I've seen in a very, very long time.
I'll give it a watch.
It's about 2 hours long, just over 2 hours. But if you can deal with reading subtitles, it's honestly worth every fucking minute of it. It's unbelievable. And another one I'll throw out there. There's a lot of good independent movies. Shane Meadows movies, director of This Is England. Great movie, but also Dead Man's Shoes.
Oh, aye, Dead Man. We watched that
in London.
Spurs,
the night before Spurs.
Spurs, aye.
Dead Man's Shoes.
On film 4. It's always on film 4.
Yeah, low budget movie, British gritty.
Aye, we'll put that in there. We'll put a bit of pride into it,
bit
of British film in there.
Like, honestly, if you haven't seen Dead Man's Shoes, like not a lot of people probably have, because it is like so low budget and underrated. There is one scene that quite often gets shared around Facebook.
Aye.
Great scene. Paddy Constantine absolutely fucking smashes it. Like, say no more.
I'm starting to think of loads of films now, but I won't even start. But that's the thing; it's impossible to think of them. Like Dead Man Shoes, later we'll put a bit of British in there, something different.
There's too many movies. Like I say, like me being such a fan, I could rack off about 1,000 right now. And how I'm going to narrow them down into 5, impossible.
I know. So our top 5 were Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Starting off on a bit of lighthearted comedy.
Yeah.
Second, we had Catch Me If You Can. Very good true story. We've done well, actually. I like this. Yeah. True story. Couldn't believe it. Great Leonardo DiCaprio getting into his prime.
Yeah.
Number 3, did you see The Godfather?
Godfather, Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption. And then number 5, Dead Man's Shoes. All amazing films. Love it. Well done, us. Drop yours below. If you had to watch a film, last film you're ever going to watch, what would it be? Yeah.
Greatest movie of
also
all time.
Just put your top 5 in there, films you watch.
If you can narrow it down to top 5, because I fucking can't.
I know.
If you know your top 5, fair play to you.
Yeah. Subscribe to my channel TV. Enjoy yourself.